Good evening and welcome to Fox News Primetime. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Lawrence Jones, and what a difference a year makes. Tomorrow marks the one-year anniversary of the death of George Floyd. In the weeks and months that followed, American companies did their best to prove how woke and committed they were to promoting diversity and social justice. Corporations were promising money left and right after George Floyd's death. $50 billion, in fact, was pledged to advancing racial equity in this country. That's billion with a B. Some of it was supposed to be donated to civil rights organizations, invested in communities of color, or put toward reimagining hiring practices at major corporations. And now, a year later, how much do you think was actually spent? Take a minute and guess. 80%? How about 50? 25? What if I told you that only half of 1%, $250 million, was actually spent by these companies in support of Black lives? I bet you think their holier-than-thou pledges of generosity was a bunch of bull, that they were hollow virtue signals, and that Black communities and organizations were never going to get the support they were promised. Well, you'd be exactly right. The one group that did manage to get a whole boatload of cash was Black Lives Matter. They pulled in more than $90 million last year, but only managed to spend a quarter of it on charitable causes. The group's been so shady with the money that Tamir's Rice mom begged the group to stop profiting off her son's death. That probably explains why, according to the New York Times, look at this, public support of Black Lives Matter has cratered since June 20. What a difference a year makes. Joining me now to discuss is Maj Toure, founder of Black Guns Matter. Maj, you always tell it like it is. So why is the support dropping?
The support is dropping because the people are following the money. A bunch of the money, Darren Seals told us before he was murdered, Black Lives Matter Incorporated is a sham organization designed specifically to fleece the Black community, has nothing to do with improving the conditions of Black America, and they the ops, period.
So Maj, so you got the organization, then you got the people that are on the street that have sincere calls for justice, but then you had the organization that got all the dough, making all these promises because they were pressured to do so. But when it came down to the nitty-gritty, the community didn't see a lot of that dough. So the question is, will there be boycotts for these corporations, or will there be pressure to pay up? Because I want to see the dough.
Yeah, I don't want the boycott. The Black community want the money. Y'all said that money was supposed to be for our community. You said it. You plastered the Black Lives Matter. Let me go back a second. Yes, we know that Black Lives Matter as a reality, obviously, right? And some people in America wanted to pretend like that wasn't the case. So I want to make that clear distinction between the people doing legitimate work, community work, and the incorporation that funneled. This was a money laundering scheme. If I, as Black Guns Matter, we raised and gave away over the last 4 years, we do work in firearm safety and suicide prevention and conflict resolution in Black communities for the last 4 years. We've raised $410,000, give or take, and I've been very transparent with the money. Can you imagine if I'm at conservative tables? Can you imagine how they would have crucified me if I only spent a quarter of that $400,000, a quarter, 25% of it on this stated purpose? No, it was a money laundering scheme, and a whole bunch of that money, don't want to get anybody in trouble, but yes, I do. A whole bunch of that money was funneled to the Democratic Party and Joe Biden and his team's whole scenario. That's where the money at. Follow the paper. That's why the plummet has happened amongst the Black community. You see it.
So you got that aspect. Then you have the other aspect of them saying, look, we're going to hire more Black folks in those communities. We're going to put more businesses there, do the work, you know, not just crops. We're going to put big business in these communities, and we're going to make sure that we're going to hire Black people. That didn't happen either.
This from the same group of people that paid to destroy the businesses in them same communities. My community. They bust in a gang of people that wasn't from there, incorporated, not the people that live there. We've seen scores of people over the last year stopping people from doing things in communities, saying, hey, you don't live here. We're here about a peaceful assembly. We're here about a peaceful protest. People getting bust in with a lot of money that came from somewhere to destroy those businesses in the first place. This is the let me create the problem, let me present a solution so you run to me as your savior. Black Lives Matter Incorporated, not the people, not the rank and file black community that's doing the work. Black Lives Matter Incorporated is a money laundering scheme, and they better get that bread right.
So here's the rub. We know this. The community knows this. The community has been going after Black Lives Matter for a while. They say we're small, but we're not supporting the organization. We just want equal justice under the law. So the community knows this. They've been pushing back against that. You can name after name. Breonna Taylor's family, Tamir Rice's family. They have been very vocal about this. So the question is, who's giving the money to these groups? Are they white liberal companies? Because Black America is already having the conversation. So who's trying to feel good?
The Honorable El-Hajj Malik El-Shabazz, Malcolm X, said, the white liberal is the most dangerous thing to the Black American ever. Yeah. White liberals are behind and funding this anti-family, anti-nuclear family unit, anti-strong father in the household movement that has been morphed into something that has been very detrimental for our community. If you want to tell me that, you know, hey, we're going to be helping you, but we have to control all of the money, we got to funnel it through Act Blue, I question you. The money will make a man change gods. And if we keep following that money, we're going to see all of the white liberals and a sprinkling of some of the black folks that bought $1 million homes off some of that bread. Yeah. Right. We're going to see that. But, nah, the liberals is running that, and that ain't for the hood no more. We got our own work to do. You want to support something? Support Black Guns Matter. We actually do what we say we're going to do with the money.
Yeah. We're going to keep following this, because I like following the money. I like looking at the receipts and seeing who paid up. And, Maj, I know you do, too. So I'm so glad that you joined the program today. Hopefully you'll come back again. Thanks, brother.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.